Can't be that difficult. I'm not there. Let's see if I can. Nope, it does not want to. It really does not want to. Dang it. Where's my chats? Control. Going to have to go to my own stream. That's gonna be awkward. View your channel. Let's see here. I'm going to test my mic. Can I pop this out? I can. Then I can have this here, and I can have my OSB open there, and I can kind of see what's going on both sides. That's not bad. All right. Where were we? I need to import my profile. I need to set up my twist. How are we gonna do this? I am on the center line, so I can maybe say finish sketch. Finish sketch. Get a new sketch open in a new plane, but that's only going, that's not really gonna help me, eh? I'm gonna have to watch a short video on how to get my profile here, or we just going to rough it out. Finish sketch, delete that sketch, create a new sketch. I want to sketch on No, man, I don't want to sketch on that plane. Let's see. Finish. If can I grab a where's my airfoil? You know what? Let's be difficult. Let's do it not the easy way. Go away. Go. Insert. Let's see. Oh, man, it's upside down. It'll have to work for now. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Sketch. No, wrong plane. Sketch on this plane. Let's quickly just trace this profile. I need. No, don't snap. Please don't snap right now. I don't want you to snap to, because I am busy doing things the wrong way. Start. Stop snapping. this guy needs to go away. That is not how my profile is looking. That's probably close enough. I'm not sure my 3D printer would be able to print with a high enough accuracy for that small amount to really make a difference. I can't hear myself lekker. I don't really want to put the gain up. That is approximately as good as high as I'm willing to go with that. All right. Let's delete the image. Okay, I can't finish the sketch yet, but what I can do is I can copy, create a copy. Okay, so now I should have two. If I now trim the top and then I can I need to get a measurement from this point to that point. On my other sketch, that is supposed to be, let me just check my notes. 262. I believe. I'll scale that in a second. No, that's not what I want you to do. Okay, so there is a bottom one. Hide that. Why is my mouse switching on and off? Stuff going on and off. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, now I can snip off the bottom portion of that line. And then hopefully I can grab, and it didn't do that. Move that up with 100. Okay. Grab that one, delete that one. Why is this line all messed up? Do I need to now start from the beginning? a copy, a paste, a move down with -100. Let's cut that line off there and there. Now I should have a top profile only. Okay, let's hide this. Why can I not hide it? Okay, then move this one down 100 and then trim the top of this one. Not gonna work. Why do I want to split the airfoil in two in any way? Habit, maybe. I want to create a line from there, running back, which is going to be a function of this times 27 equals, this is my chord line that I'm going to take up at a 90-degree angle. Let's fix that and then see if I can get an intersection. Yes, I can. And then I want the, oh my goodness, trim this line off, get the midsection, and basically I need a hole here, which I will finish later. Let's just give it a dimension of 20 for now. Okay. Copy, move. Can I mirror this? Can I set pivot point? $80. Okay, what did I screw up now? A whole bunch of stuff. Control Z, undo, undo, undo. Select that whole thing. Now say move, rotate, and let's pick that axis, say 80, boom. Now I need to get this onto that point, lined up. Now I can say move point to point, this point to that point. Okay. This image is super much in my way. Delete. Edit feature. Move it up. Okay. Delete. It doesn't want to. It is being stubborn. Okay, now I need to scale this entire jobbie. What line is this? That is my center line from the top. Can I maybe hide it now? No, I can't. Toggle curve display. Hell no. Thank you. Thank you. All these dots is enough confusion for me. And I scale this whole thing. Modify stretch scale. Entity selected all. Where's me calculator? It is hiding from me. Let me grab my other calculator quickly off screen. I need to scale for 6.763 divide by 262. I am fairly certain that it is upside down now. Let's start again. 262 divide by 456.763 equals. So this is my scale number that I need. Copy. Then I come back here, select, repeat scale, select center point, and I want to scale with 0, that whole number. Okay. Then I think let's extrude this. So E, extrude 100 mil. That should be right on top of my first point. And I am missing the bottom half. There we go, that looks better. No, it does not. Select that, select that. There we go, I need that center. I also need that point. And now it is making some funky nonsense. Probably the line that I've cut. That's probably the thing that's making that particular line there. It's supposed to be a solid. Okay, let's say undo that. Extrude. Okay, I see what's going on. There is multiple sections that I'm missing. My lines are not where I thought they are. I thought the lines were correct, and they are in fact not. So grab. Oh man, why did that happen? Control Z. Delete that one. Now I don't have a bottom profile. Control Z. Okay, you know what? Let's trim this line off. And then it's open. Did I mess up? I most certainly did, didn't I? Delete that guy. Take this point and connect it there. That looks better. Let's try this extrude again. Extrude that and that with a distance of 100. I'm gonna say it's a new body. There we go. And look at that beautiful joint line. Dang it. I am going to just ignore that. Pretend like that does not exist. I think that is the strategy. Alright, let's have a look on the top, and it is too small. Imagine that. Inspect. Let's check this line. It is 275 and not 2. Where did I get my numbers from? I wonder. Let's go back here. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. There we go. 275 divided by 456.763 equals 60. Copy that. Grab this quickly. I swear I had a stretch tool. There we go. I knew I had it. Select the point. That's the center. My scale I copied from my calculator, except there is a line that needs to go. That maybe I must just make a new curve quickly. It should be fairly quick since I have points to snap onto. Now let's see, and let's not make the same boo-boo. That's not what I want. I want to say okay, grab that point, move it to the origin line, take that curve, delete that curve, and we should have a full body now. Yes, it worked. Right, extrude this, that, this, and that. 100. Fudge. Edit. New body. Okay. That looks good. Now, this body needs to be rotated around this axis with, how much did my calculator tell me to? 43.2 degrees. So, grab this body. I am going to rotate it, select the axis of rotation as this line, and then it needs to be rotated this way, so that's negative numbers. It needs to go negative 43.2 degrees. That is a hectic angle. Goodness. Now I need to do the same for the tip. Quickly sketch up the EYO7-8, I think. So canvas from my PC. This is the 6.7, open, select a face. You know what? Let's pop it onto there. Let's okay, go back here. This guy needs to be 900. Okay, move that profile to the end. Perfect. Let's create a sketch quickly on this plane. Hide. Finish sketch. No, bodies. Body 2, body 1. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Go back to my sketch. Let's edit it quickly. I need a center line from there, going all the way down to here. I'm going to take it a bit past so that I can cut it off. Just get this intersection done a bit easier. And that is not what I want to do. Just reorientate quickly. That one is a bit off. It's a bit high. It does not look bad. Okay, here we need a whole bunch of these points to get this curve correct. I can start stretching this points again because it's a slower curve. It would have been so much easier if I found a file for this, but I could not find. I can find files for the Narcos. I can find files for a lot of other airfoils, but not this specific one. So I've resorted to tracing it the difficult way. All right, who's in my chat? There's no one in my chat. Hide myself quickly. Oh no, you know what I forgot? Can't have this constraint here. I need to trim this edge off there so that that point is clean. Now I can constrain this. No, I can't constrain it that way. It needs to be one straight line. Damn it. how are we going to do that now? Transit. That is still trimmed off. Let's select the whole thing. Move, rotate it, axis. This is the axis I want to rotate it with. I am going to rotate it forward with 3. Oh no, that's breaking my profile. Did I not select all of my points? Let's try again. Rotate it with 43.2 degrees. That should be level now. So if I now go and constrain this line, I'll get a good number. Yes, I am. Now I can take a line and create my 27% nope, wrong tool. Why did that happen? Where is my short line? Come on, guy, come on. Now I have another line here. Come, where are you? Okay, I don't have another line there. Let's say degrees is 0. That length there equals constraint. Let's just constraint this thing. There we go. Equals that one times 0.7. That is my 27% mark. Then I can take a line straight up, trim it off on the top and no, bottom, you pawpaw. Yes. And put a dot in the center. Let's do 20 more again. 20 is actually a bit big. Okay, that's an arbitrary number that I'm just using to find this pivot point that I want to use. So now I can select this entire sketch of mine, rotate it about this axis, and I want to rotate it 180 degrees, and it is fudging up my profile. Let's do this again. This seemed to have worked. What's going on behind here? What is this line? I need to get it to 180, flipped. And then I need a twist at the tip of 5 degrees. So 5.5. Okay. Now I can do a point-to-point move. Oh man, let's redo that quickly. A point-to-point move. So from here to this intersection here. Let's maybe constraint finish sketch. I need an intersection point there, so let's select this, move, a point-to-point move from there to there, enter. So now if I say show all, okay, I manually hid my bodies. Okay, so that is the approximate loft that I need to follow. Scaling. Let's copy that scale. Select this entire thing. Modify. I literally just had scaling. Why do I not have scaling anymore? Modify sketch scale, select point, paste my scale in, enter. Now this guy did not scale. 5 is still too big, make that 3. That is a super thin tip. This line is a function. Now I wonder what happened to this constraint here. It is 63 and my target is 64. That's probably close enough. Okay. No, it's stop lying to yourself. Let's just take this guy, delete it, grab a new measurement here. Okay. Grab this measurement here, which equals this times 0.27 equals. Now we grab everything, modify sketch, select the point around which we're going to scale it, and it is 4.845. It is 54 millimeters by 8.845. Gives me a new scale. Copy, paste, enter. 64.3. Yeah, that's fairly close to as accurate as my printer can print anyway. Only one view. Alrighty. Let's delete that picture there because it looks super annoying to me. Delete body 2. Don't need it anymore. Delete. Come now. I want to delete you. Why am I not allowed to delete you? Okay, press pull 100. Enter, and then everything moves. Because everything is linked now. Well done, guy. Well done. Extrude this profile. Why is it making a line there? It's not supposed to be doing that. For giggles, let's loft this profile. To this profile on this side. It shouldn't have been a cut, it should have been a new body. New body. Okay. Can we now at least hide that body? Look at the twist, man. But that's still a straight blade, and I want a blade that follows my pattern here. But these need to be twisted as well. Oh my goodness. I need an elliptical loft. Now, how do you suggest I do an elliptical loft? Let's see, can I guide type? How am I going to do this now? So I do have a file prepared to make a elliptical line. I wish I could sketch in 3D. That would have been so much easier. I don't want that specific profile. Okay. Maybe let's do this. I do have sketches now. Okay, here is my one sketch. Here is my other sketch. Let's copy this guy. That is sketch 6. That is fine. Can I please delete these two as well? Thank you. Now that I have broken enough things, let's do this. Move around the axis. Select the axis to move it around. It's going to be this axis. It needs to move negative 5.5 degrees. 5.5 degrees. It needs to get level. Don't know what that line is for, but it's gone now. I can remove that line, I'm done with it. Now, this guy, is it level? Let's have a look. Nope. Yes. That looks like a level line. Okay, now I am going to loft my Can't loft those two yet. Finish sketch. Let's edit this sketch. I want to move this whole thing forward with 100 mil, because that is my first rib. Now I can say finish sketch, loft these two parts together, this one let's do this. Move point to point from this point to that point. It does not look like it's broken yet. Thank you. Finish sketch. Now let's select this guy. Move point to point from this point to there, and it still looks intact. Trim. Let's trim that off. Finish sketch. Let's go back to sketch 2. Sketch 2 is this guy, yes. Let's grab my line, my squiggly line tool, and just create 2 rails. Finish. Oh man, wrong button. Ito. Finish sketch. Now in theory, I do have a whole lot of values that I can what to do. Am I going to loft it and then try and twist it, or am I going to fix my sketch first? Because I want my center line here in the center of the circle. And if I fix my sketch first, so let's do this. Loft this profile with the hole in to this profile using this rail. It needs to be an open rail. So why is it not an open rail? loft, not sweep, loft. This. Loft. This guy. File 2 is on this side. Let's add my guide rails. It should not be profile 3, edit profile 3, kom na jou popo. Okay.
Dis vroeg môre sal
Ek weet. Nog. Nee. Loft this. To this. Why did you do that? This front line, front profile is not correct. Let's Let's edit sketch 2 again. Me to edit sketch 2, finish. Let's edit sketch 6. And edit sketch 2 again. Get rid of that line, get rid of this line. Finish sketch. Let's make a third sketch that I can connect all of these lines together with. Stop doing that, you what? Why can I not select the stupid lines? This is now getting boring, eh? I want to be able to select those points. I need to join a line. And it's snapping to the wrong grid. I'm supposed to do this whole thing in one. Do that. Finish sketch. Let's copy this profile and this guy. Copy. Let's open sketch 2. Say paste. Let's Rotate it 90 degrees this way, 90 degrees that way. Grab it there. This whole thing is turned 90 degrees. Okay. Grab that entire thing, move it from point to point. So from this point to this intersection here. Select first point, let's use that one. My second point as that one. Okay, and it did absolutely gibber. Select this profile, move point to point, select my first point, select my second point, create a copy. Okay, there we go. I can't tell you why that worked, but it did. Delete. Now I should be able to take this vector here, move it, stuff it. Goodbye. Okay, now I can do the same for the small one. So say finish sketch. Copy, go back to sketch 2. Edit sketch plane, paste, where is it? There it is, move it this side. Rotate 90 degrees, rotate another 90. Okay. Now grab it again, say move, use point to point, grab it at the back and place it there. Create a copy. Okay, goodbye. Now grab my squiggly line, start from here, finish. Right. Finish sketch. Let's try this again. Loft. Now why is it somewhat open? So this one I can loft. using this rail and that rail. Okay, go back to sketch 2. Issue. Let's then start at the beginning. Now, who wants to tell me why this is not a closed shape? in this guy could. This is now just a slot. That's not going to work for me. I'm just trying to fix. Okay, maybe I can just take a line, connect. This point and that point. And it's still open. Where is it open? Cannot still be open. Somewhere I broke this. Let's delete that guy. Create. Go back to sketch 2. Finish sketch. Copy. Go and edit sketch 2 again. Select that point. Paste. Paste. Does not work. Copy. Edit sketch 2. Center line. Paste it. Okay, here we go. It needs to rotate this way with 90 degrees. And it's there 90 degrees. Okay. It's orientated correctly. Let's grab these two objects, move point to point from this point to that point. Now, can I grab this point and put it on here? Is it now legal? Can I now finally create a loft from here to there using this rail and that rail? And the answer is no. Oh my gosh, look at that. It has done it. It has done it. One view for the night. Okay. Can I now hidden bodies. Okay. Sweep that hole right through to this hole, just to cut. So later on, okay, let's just loft it. Use the numbers I came up with. But can I now cut this body to get my different profiles? Because they need to get twisted. How to do that now? Split body. Select tool. Can I split this body? What would be considered my splitting tool? That seems fine. Okay. So now I need to grab each one of these profiles. I wonder why when I lofted this thing I did not include my center hole for alignment. That was a bit of a toughy move. Let's edit it. Check profile 1. Take remove profile 1. Remove. So profile 1 is you know what? Say undo. Let's do this. Let's draw a line from this point going through to that point there, and guess what? It's not gonna work because that line is now 3 million meters in the wrong direction. So grab it there, see if I can't maybe move it. Okay, so it is not going into the correct plane. Can I then at least do this? Can I at least loft from here, profile 1, to here, profile 2? And imagine that it is in the center. I freaking hope so. Okay. So now each of these guys should theoretically undo, 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 undo. Loft this guy to there. Okay. Now I got a hole through the entire body. Split this profile into splitting tool here, 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 and here. Okay. And guess what? I have no hole. Wonderful. Hide this. Okay. There is a hole. Create a sketch plane. Grab a line from the back here. You know what? I can just use that one as my first. Let's turn finish sketch. hide this body. And there's no alignment hole in here. Oh my gosh, look at that small little, teeny little dot. Goodness. Create, sketch. Hide. Alignment hole. Done. Finish sketch. Hide. 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 New sketch plane. Create a sketch. Grab this point real quick. Ellipse line. Finish sketch. Hide sketch. Hide body. Create sketch. Look how funny this thing is looking. I don't want to be funny, but that does not look right. I wonder why. I think I am going to call this a night. Thank you to my one viewer.